Yeah, what is going on, everybody? We back with another episode of From My Experience podcast. I'm your host, Rob, and I'm not alone today. Erica is in the building. Erica, how's it going?
Everything's going great, I sure is tired because I worked all day and then I had to go home and wash my hair. So I was running through the house like a Tomb Raider until you texted me and said that we could push it back a little bit. So I'm here. I got a glass of wine. I've ate. I'm good.
Oh, yeah, I'm glad. Drink some more of that wine because it's a nice conversation.
In a red cup.
Where did it do? In a red cup.
I'll be down. I'll be down. I'll be down.
In a red
Because
cup.
who's doing the dishes? Not me.
I'll be down.
Okay. You can't hear the drops either, can you?
I can hear the sound effects, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you can't hear the music.
No. It sounds like chopped and screwed.
But you hear the sound. But you hear the drops clear as day.
Mm-hmm.
That's very interesting. Okay. Maybe there's a software update I need to do. Anyway, y'all, let me get this. So you don't hear you don't even know what the intro music sounds like unless you listen to the podcast, huh?
I do. I remember when you first started incorporating it and I listened to it. I hear like the first start of it, but that's about it.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. But y'all, we back. We got some things to talk about. We got some things to get into. I got to start giving Erica cues for the music since she can't hear it on her end. Shout out to y'all, man. I hope y'all been promoting positivity. It's been a busy week. FYI, Erica, if you ever running late or you need an extra 30 minutes or an hour, just let me know. I typically have the time. Today was just nuts. But, y'all, we're going to get into a couple things today. It's cuffing season! Yay! Yeah. It's cuffing season, man. We gonna have to talk about it. But before we do that, we have Erica with the headlines for today.
I thought the music was playing.
No, you said you had your... You can't hear it anyway. You said you were going to do your onomatopoeia. You changed your mind?
Oh, yeah. Okay, hold on.
I'm playing the music. Okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. No, go.
Reporting to you live from Woodbridge, outside of my parents' basement. We have two news stories that we want to cover today. Okay, so first we have Jada Pinkett Smith says that her and Will Smith have been separated since 2016 and they were exhausted with trying. How does the audience feel? Well, we won't know how you guys feel until after the fact, but they said that they've been separated for about 7 years now, apparently, to the article that I read.
Wow. That explains a lot.
They've been trying to make it work. Yeah, they've been trying to make it work and everything, but they just kind of couldn't make it back to each other, which makes sense. A lot of people go through that as they go through different life stages and everything like that, and sometimes people do grow apart. Hopefully they're both okay with their decision, and whatever happens in the long run, hopefully everyone can stop throwing stones at Jada sometimes.
So when he slapped Chris Rock to defend her honor, they weren't even together.
No.
Them jokes about to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, so hopefully she's okay with it. Hopefully he's okay with it, but
he's not okay with it, in my opinion. Because I mean, look, we like. I really hate. Choose my words carefully. It's called thinking before you speak. I really hate to have seen some of his pain and trauma come out because of what has happened in their relationship. Yes. I am not here to place blame because I don't know what goes on in a relationship. I don't know their relationship. and I don't watch Red Table Talk, so I don't know what trauma she has displayed, but I know Will Smith as a man, we're viewed differently when we express our emotions. It's not truly, really, well, it's becoming more accepted now, but it's not really something expected of us, and we're expected to behave and be a certain way. And for him to have the rep he has in the rap game, in the movie game, just in entertainment, those are like stains on his legacy, man. And then I really don't get why his estranged wife keeps coming out and giving these intimate details, making him look crazy, and making them both look crazy. I like, where's the privacy?
Yeah.
Where's the respect? Like, but I can't say that either, because I don't know what conversations they have behind closed doors. Maybe he feels like, hey, we're gonna put it all out there. I don't know.
Yeah, I vaguely remember them saying that and owning up to being out there, being honest and everything on one of the clips with Red Table Talk when they first talked about her entanglement with August Alsina.
Yeah.
So definitely, I mean, my own personal opinions, I don't know their relationship either. I just automatically assume, okay, well, maybe they shouldn't tell us everything in their relationship, especially if, you know, it's too many people in a relationship like that. Just like what we talked about a couple episodes ago with celebrities and relationships and things like that. So definitely that. It always stings just a little bit when people just never make it work, basically. But I mean, hey, that's their relationship. If they're happy with it, by all means, go ahead. Just hate to see how this is going to turn out after, with him on social media and especially her, because as you can see, like this past weekend, Tia Mowry, my fault. She was on Twitter fighting back between all these people commenting on her because she said that dating now sucks and it's hard to find someone after being with someone for so many years. And it's just a completely different ball game, and people were telling her, well, you dumped the person that was supposed to be with you in the long run, and da-da-da-da.
Ooh, listen. Yeah, her down the Breakfast Club. She said men don't court women anymore. Something to that effect. I'm not quoting her, but something like what happened to men courting women. Some women. Y'all, when I say women and men, I mean some, and I mean actually the minority. Just the loud ass voices. Women pulled out a shotgun and shot chivalry in the face, and shot the courting thing in the face, because some of y'all don't know how to be quiet, and you get on social media. And for those of us out there who have been like me, who are just the food guy and didn't know he was the food guy, y'all have now exposed yourselves. So now everyone's so free and open with, well, what's in it for me? Now y'all are getting that times 100. What's in it for me? Why should I take you out? I even heard someone on another podcast, she said she don't like going out to dinner for dates. That's whack. That's dated. That's old. Like, why are you offering to take me out to eat? I don't even know you. And people in the comment was like, well, if a guy asks you out to eat, the simple response is, hey, I can't really get to know you on a dinner date or at the movies. Can we do something that's a bit more quiet and where we can talk? Simple. Like, instead of getting on the internet and complaining about it, you can simply correct the person. You know? But yes, I'm sorry. It was Tia, right?
It was Tia.
Yeah, Tia. It's tough out here because she's a little older than me, I want to say.
Yeah, she is. She is.
You married, you with 2 kids, and I don't know what you're looking for in a man, and I don't know what you want in a man. But we had an episode on here, and I keep referring to this episode because people think it's a joke. Statistically, the odds of you finding what you're looking for are low. Even if you remove all the criteria and just say, hey, I want a black man, y'all outnumber us. The numbers are there. There are not enough of us to go around to pair up with each other. So y'all are at a disadvantage. You should think about that. And that's probably why that's one reason you're having a hard time. The other reason is people, we just out here disheveled and confused, and everyone feels like they're going to get deceived or tricked, and nobody wants, instead of focusing on how can we build and grow together, people are like, when I get with this person, I just need to make sure that I'm not going to lose. That's what I think everyone's focus and mentality is with dating these days. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose. I'm not giving nothing up. What you giving up? What you bringing to the table? What you got? Like, it's almost like it's like Monopoly. It's like you just looking across the board and then like everyone ignores what's inside. But also, y'all slamming her about the divorce. We don't know why they got a divorce.
Yeah.
They quiet. They kept their business. So I mean, it is what it is. But you know, you also a black, beautiful celebrity woman, so everybody ain't gonna step to you anyway. And you be doing some weird stuff on social media. I'm sorry. She did some like sexy lingerie thing. Yes, I said lingerie. And like one of her kids was like, "What are you doing?" Like, no, like, yeah. So I'm like, okay, yeah. Don't become a tiki-taki.
She's funny. I love watching older people navigate social media.
How dare you?
I know.
And the music cut off as soon as you said that. Perfect timing. Yeah. Just like Will and Jada, just like Keke Palmer and what's his face. We don't know these people's relationships. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt and get on the soapbox. But we can talk about that too. But I'll let you continue with the headlines.
Because I mean, it ties into cuffing season and everything too. And then the other thing is, so Cedric the Entertainer, he used to do $25,000 fund for his family and have them qualify or anything like that, where if it was for like school, anything like that, almost like a little scholarship fund in a way, except it was, you get a portion of it, you don't get the whole thing. But he had to end it because his family members were complaining, saying that they wanted more than the $25K. And it kind of brings up Jay-Z was also circulating a lot. There was was it a clip? Yeah, it was like a clip or something circulating last week where he said no to his cousin asking for like what, $4,000?
Yeah, it was a hypothetical, but yeah, people tried to act like he actually did it, but he probably would say no anyway in real life.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And people were bringing up Cedric the Entertainer, saying, well, I don't understand why Jay-Z wouldn't do that for his cousin when Cedric the Entertainer's doing this $25K thing. And then it comes out, actually, he had to end it because they were complaining about it. And they weren't being, I guess they were just trying to take advantage of the fact that, yes, he is very successful. Yes, he has money. But he did put a portion of money aside to help his family out. But you guys tried to take advantage of it. And unfortunately, you see that, I guess, a lot with black celebrities, or a lot of what they talk about is, especially when they first make it and they're successful and they have the money, then people come out the woodworks, family, and they feel obligated to help pay their family for certain things.
Yeah, it's their money, y'all. I don't care if they had $58 billion. If he don't want to give you a penny, he don't have to. It's his money. And enablement is very, 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 very real. You know? And the other thing y'all have to think about, it's probably harder to understand with Jay-Z because he's so rich. But I don't know how rich Cedric the Entertainer is, but as we see with the writer's strike, entertainers don't get paid a ton of money, and they work hard, like
especially residuals.
Yes, like Cedric the Entertainer has to do movies. These guys go on the road and do shows. They spend a lot of time away, and for someone to just put up $25,000 and say, hey, if y'all need this, just let me know what it's for, or you know, we're gonna have a system where we can make this make sense. You should be thankful, because I ain't got nobody in my family doing that for me. And I could use that for quite a few things. I'm saving for a house. I got some business moves I want to make. Like, I could use that kind of money, or a portion of that money. And I would love if a family member would be willing to put that up for me. I'd be grateful. But I'm also a hardworking person who knows how to get their own. But that's crazy just to expect someone to go out there and work and take all the risk. And, you know, I think a pastor said this, but it's like, hey, when you hit the lottery, oh, we rich, we millionaires, we got money. But when you broke, it's, oh, you broke, you went bankrupt. So where's the we now? Where's the we mentality now? Where's the us now? If he didn't have the money or something happened to said and he needed the money, would y'all be able to pitch in, or would you be willing to pitch in? You know, and then the whole Jay-Z thing, I that's actually really old, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And he was talking about how, for context for those of you who don't listen, he was talking about how, like, people, when you have money, they come up to you, yo, man, I got this business plan, and, you know, all I got to do, man, I just need $4,000. I can go over here and do this, man. I can double or triple it in 2 weeks. You're talking to a bona fide businessman. He's been bona fide in the streets. He's been bona fide in corporate America. If there is a quick flip that existed, you think he wouldn't know about it? He's Jay-Z. You think he got to where he is today by not knowing how to maneuver and do business stuff? He's not dumb. You're gonna go and that money is going to be gone, or he might be saving your life, actually, because you might be going to do something stupid. So when you're talking to somebody who has more than you and who has more experience than you, just come legit. Come legit. Come with an actual business plan. Come with a roadmap. Or better yet, yo, show me how to eat. Show me how to go catch my own food so I can feed myself. And then maybe when you get to a point where you learn enough, yo, can you help invest in me? T.I. did that. One of his friends got out of jail. T.I. gave him like 20 grand, 30 grand. Dude bought a house, and a couple years later drove T.I. by it and said, yo, you know what I'm saying? This is what I did with that. Woot de woot de woot. I can give you your money back, or we can invest in some more houses. That's how that stuff works, y'all. But yeah. Sorry. Go ahead. You good?
No, that's it. That's all the news that I had.
And those are your headlines, y'all. Man, Erica, I got caught up in I wouldn't even say caught up. I had some beef on the internet today as I was texting you.
Yeah, some Twitter fingers.
Yo, listen. Oh, I need to text this person back. Twitter fingers. Yo, so y'all, I didn't forget. I was reminded the other day. They're probably still commenting. Someone just commented. I forgot how good I was at clapping back at people. So, IGN.com made a post that said, at a recent town hall meeting for Activision Blizzard employees, CEO Bobby Kotick discussed potential opportunities provided by Microsoft's upcoming acquisition, including the reemergence of Guitar Hero. Now, I found this particularly hilarious because Eric and I were just talking about Rock Band and Guitar Hero 2 shows ago, I think, right? I made a simple comment. And I talked about this game too. It's called Rocksmith. Rocksmith lets you plug a real life actual guitar up to the game and you learn how to play an actual real guitar. Like, you tune it and everything. All I said was, let us use real guitars as an option. That's all I commented. As an option. I didn't say, hey, get rid of the plastic stuff. We don't want that. Copy Rocksmith. None of that. I just said, now mind you, these games started coming out when did these games start coming out? Rocksmith came out 2014. Rock Band was like
2007.
Yeah, 7, 8. So it's been almost 10 years. So no, longer than 10. I can't count.
20.
Yeah, it's been almost 20 years. So technology has greatly advanced since then. So that's not really a far-fetched thing to say, hey, can we use a real guitar? I mean, the technology already existed back then. Another game did it. Right now I have 31 replies, some of which are me. I posted this 13 hours ago. This is funny. And I think people are mad because I was getting likes. And I don't know what's going on with Instagram, but like some of my comments lately have been getting a lot of likes. I need y'all bring that energy to the FME_podcast page, please. First person commented said that was called Rocksmith. Okay, the actual game you did that. The next person said the same thing, similar. So people are quote unquote trying to correct me as if I said this didn't already exist. Mind you, my comment said, let us use real guitars as an option. The game they're referring to, Rocksmith, came out. The remaster came out in like 2015. So that is old as well. Old songs, old music. It's an old game. We're talking about a new release from a different company who really started this thing, right? And these people, that's the thing about the salty community online. Everybody is so quick to try to come at you, come at your neck. It's just, I just made a simple comment.
Yeah.
I didn't like, I'm not laughing. And then someone said only if you can't play a real guitar. Like, people were still, like 4 or 5 people said Rocksmith, naming the other game. And that cracked me up too, because I'm like, clearly you're not reading the other comments where people already said this. So one person agreed, and then people started agreeing with me. And then I blocked one person because they were clearly just trying to troll. But I was clapping back at people so hard, and it was funny. And, you know, one person said something, and I had to say, so you missed the part where I said, as an option. Like, as an option. Meaning optional. Meaning not the main thing, but hey, an extra thing. But I really laughed at one person who, they tried to pull my move. Maybe they listen to this podcast. Shout out to you. But typically when someone writes me a long paragraph on social media, like if we're going back and forth a tad bit, I'll send them a comment, and I'll wait about 2 or 3 minutes when I know in my head that they seen it, and then I'll block them. So now you can't reply, and you're out of the chain. So this person said something to me. I said something back. I replied with 3 sentences. They replied, I'm not reading all that. And I laughed, and I said, I'm willing to bet. I was like, the fact that you're referring to 3 sentences is all that lets me know that you actually did read this, and you just don't have a comeback for the facts that I gave you. Because people were saying, oh, why would you use a real guitar? The last game that did that failed. Rocksmith sold 5 million copies. Selling 5 million copies in 2015 is a lot of money. And the service for that game is still going to this day. And I shut that person down too. I say, clearly you don't use Google to check facts, because the game sold 5 million copies. How's that a flop? Like, it just reminded me of how ignorant people are. People like to use these buzzwords and try to have these smart aleck comments. And it's sad because you have a phone. You have a phone in your hand. You can literally go on Google, like I did, do some quick research, and actually have some facts. So when I was combating them with facts, it was quiet. And then more and more and more people kept agreeing with me, to the point where I didn't even need to respond anymore, because they started getting in on those people, and I was liking people's stuff, and we just started having a whole nother conversation. And now I'm at like almost 400 likes. Because a lot of people agree, because there's a lot of people who play real instruments who would love to use their real instrument. Like, everyone doesn't want to go out and get guitar lessons or go online and do it, when you can buy a game and do it 24/7 at your leisure in the comfort of your home, or even online with friends. That's dope. But I just found it so funny that so many people were triggered by, let us use real guitars as an option.
People, they first ones to jump on the bandwagon. Those types of internet people, first ones to jump on to throw tomatoes and cabbages at you as soon as you say something. But that's when I'm like, you clearly have nothing to do. Why don't we fill out a job application, please?
Yeah, clearly.
If you want to just sit and argue all day on the internet,
And argue over something that's not even true, and you're it's scary, because they literally started creating narratives in their head. They're like, oh, that's not the premise of the game, and everyone doesn't know how to play guitar. And I'm like, the game teaches you how to play. And again,
also,
yeah,
like, people, when I've noticed this a lot on like all types of social media, when you comment or say something, people automatically think that it applies to them.
yes,
Right off the bat. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. Isn't that what they told us?
yeah.
So just let it fly. Like, if someone's like, oh, I don't like such and such left-handed people, I said, oh, I'm left-handed, but you know what? That don't apply to me. He ain't talking about me. And I scroll. If I don't understand the whole issue with, I'm right, you're wrong, my opinion, done.
Yeah, I want to be right. That, like, people are addicted.
Especially without facts.
That's what kills me. Like, you have no reason not to have facts with Google. Like, maybe if you grew up like I did back in the day when you needed a damn encyclopedia or a newspaper, literally, like before the internet was really a thing. That was literally my life. I had to like go do actual research, and it's just so funny looking at these comments and looking at people's responses, and I'm just like, yo, like y'all really are upset over me asking for an option. Like, an option. I didn't say the game sucked. I didn't say the game was trash. I didn't say y'all yucky, stinky poo poo. Nothing. And y'all still going.
like imagine if you plugged up your drum set to it. Oh, I go crazy.
Exactly.
Like,
imagine them
especially-
doing imagine them doing like collaborations where
Yeah.
you can buy it at Guitar Center or one of these music, like it would open the door, but they could still do like the regular plastic stuff too.
Yeah. As long as you have the option, because you know, some people they want to actually learn how to play the songs
Yeah,
that they like instead of going on YouTube.
that part.
Like, make it fun.
Y'all, that wasn't supposed to be a topic, but and it made me so sad because it reminded me of just the gamer community. I don't know where hating or why hating and just throwing shade is such a thing. Like, especially in the gamer community, like it is so popular to hate. So popular to hate. Like, I don't get it.
It's that whole like condescending thing where it's like, well, actually, like with the finger up too. It's like, well, actually, or something like that. It's like, oh my gosh, sit down, please. But that whole notion, and I feel like it's only gotten worse since the shutdown because people don't know how to have regular conversations with people that they don't know, especially
Yes.
strangers. Because if you would not say it to someone's face, why are you typing it? That's why I said Twitter fingers. You guys love to hide behind a keyboard and have your little thumbs go crazy as you type something, but you would never say it to someone's face,
Ever.
especially a stranger.
And
Like,
yeah, because you
No,
get
listen.
the piss slapped out of you. That's why. And like the other thing that just lets me know, and this is why I still do this to this day. Like, there's been times where I've typed a sentence or two, and then I said to myself, "Why read that person's comment?" Because they wouldn't even be talking to me. They'll be responding to the post, and they would say something ignorant, and I'd be going to like actually helpfully correct them, not even attack them, but just give my opinion, like everyone else does, because that's all you do on social media. And I've looked at their comment and I said, it's a waste of my time. This person clearly just wants to be divisive. Like, prime example in the gaming community again. Starfield, shout out to you, Bethesda. Starfield just came out on Xbox Series X a couple weeks ago. Great, fun game. Brand new game. We are in the era of games coming out. They are typically buggy, and within the first month, there's a few patches that the developer puts out to fix some things. People are trashing it, saying blah blah blah. The game, and I have the game, and I'm laughing because I'm like, they clearly haven't played the game. And they were comparing it to a couple of other games, and one of the games they were comparing it to was Cyberpunk. Oh, Cyberpunk this, and it wish it could be Cyberpunk. Mind you, Cyberpunk came out in 2020. When it came out, Cyberpunk was so bad and so buggy and glitchy when it came out, the developer started issuing refunds before people could ask.
I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah. And now they've had 3 years worth of updates. Just got a new DLC with Idris Elba in it. And I'm like, y'all are comparing a game that literally has not been out for a week to a game that has had 3 additional years of development. Yet you ignore the fact that that game launched so terribly that they were giving refunds. They took the game out of the game, that the digital marketplace. It was so bad and so buggy. They ignore all that, and you're trying to compare a product that had 3 years of extra development to a game that just came out. And I was like, y'all sound really dumb. Like, Cyberpunk should be better than Starfield. It had a big-ass head start. But I digress. Don't argue with idiots on the internet. Do what I do. If you're going to clap back. Get your laugh on. Wait about 2 minutes and then block them. So that way they can see your response. But when they go to respond to you, you're no longer there. I blocked plenty of people. I blocked like 5 people today. It was great. Especially, I don't even respond or give you a clap back if your profile is private or if you have less than 200 followers or if you only got like 1 post or your face isn't in your profile. You're not even a person to me. Y'all got burner accounts like you're important and you're not. It's crazy. I digress for the 15th time. Ooh, a pink iPhone 15. I don't want it, but it looks cool.
How pink is it? Is it like
It's pink.
rose? Hot pink? Up. I can't see that.
You cannot see that.
No. Is it Barbie? Like Barbie pink?
Yeah. It's a nice pink, actually.
Oh. Well, dang. Do I have an upgrade soon?
I have an upgrade. I'm waiting on Black Friday. Erica, I may need some relationship advice.
Ugh. Okay.
All right. So first of all, y'all,
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
it is cuffing season. A new season of cuffing has begun. I'm a little late. Actually, I think I'm right on time.
It's around the time of homecoming, so
Yeah. That as my dad would say, Joe Chilly outside. I would say the tail end of last week started getting a little chilly, but now I'm waking up and it's like 40 degrees. So I'm like,
It's around that homecoming season when you step out with your new boo.
Do you? Well, one thing I've noticed, and I wasn't paying attention until I thought about the topic for the show, was how some of these relationship gurus, men, women, whatever, how their narratives are shifting and are starting to become a little softer and more favorable and more open-minded as it gets colder. And I'm like, somebody looking for a cuddle buddy?
Yeah.
'Cause
and for the Christmas, the holiday, all the holiday seasons.
like we talked about the family, when you gonna give me some grandbabies, you
Yeah.
still single.
Who are you bringing to Thanksgiving? Not empty belly.
Yeah. Yo, your random deep voice be killing me. And your timing is perfect. I love you so much. Your empty belly. Yo, I'm trying to think. This is no shade, but it must be really trash to be out here talking about relationships and relationship stuff, but you gotta buy all your own Christmas gifts every year. That's gotta be wild and weird. I mean, for those people who feel that way, because I always get gifts from somewhere. And I'm really not a big celebrator of holidays like that anyway. I just enjoy not having to go to work. So I don't really, that whole mystique or who you bring into the blah, 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 I don't care about any of that, honestly. So it doesn't bother me. But some of the people who do, that's got to be crass as hell to like you in these stores buying stuff, getting it wrapped, and you putting your name on it and putting it under your tree for yourself.
Like, okay, on the flip side of that, I think I would really enjoy that because I'd be like, oh my gosh, who gave it to me? Oh, thank you, me. Like, I think that would actually be
Where's
funny.
my drop?
I'll be damned.
Because also,
But you're a happy,
guess-
loving spirit, though. You're not out here bashing men and talking trash about relationships either. So I could see that for you.
yeah, between that and also because like you already know like things that you might want or like, and
That's
you
fact.
don't have to like set yourself up for like any type of expectations from someone else. Like, oh, are they gonna get me like what I told them about like 3 weeks ago? But I said it in passing, like things like that. It's like if you like it, you want it, you buy it, and then gift it to yourself.
That's how I do. Women, I'm gonna tell y'all, ladies, I'm gonna tell you now, if you ever end up dating me or we end up in a relationship, I don't know what that. I was talking and like the air bubble just came in my throat. That wasn't a burp. I apologize. You know what?
I'll be damned.
Sounded like a frog.
It did sound like a frog. I don't even know where that came from. I think that's like acid reflux from the biscotti I was eating just now.
Yes.
What else saying? Oh, just tell me, yo. I suck at hints. Like, just be like, yo, Rob, this is what I want, and this is the color that I want. Bong. I'll probably go buy it within the next 48 hours and then go hide it and then act like I ain't get it and then surprise you with it later. I'm not good at the guessing game, and I think we need to stop. I think that guessing game thing is old. I think a lot of people have come out and talked about it. We are not mind readers. Like, some people really want this guy to be so in tune with her and just know these things, and they can just continue to be vague. And I feel like that's like a cop out for you to just not really learn yourself and just have someone just kind of guess things and you just kind of agree with it. Like, oh, that sounds good. Yes, babe. Thank you. Good job. You ain't even really want that.
It is definitely a setup on both parts because like it puts like the woman's perspective, like it puts like all these expectations of like, oh my gosh, but they're listening, da, da, da. And then you might be disappointed that they weren't and they didn't catch it. Yeah. But also, just like what you said, no one's a mind reader if you don't give them a full-on list. Also, you should know your partner enough to know their likes and dislikes too.
I agree.
To not just go blindly buy something that you know that they probably won't like or use, and that's for both parties.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Both parties. We like stuff too, ladies. And I'm easy. I am a gamer. You can give me Xbox gift cards for the Xbox store. I like guns, so you can always buy me ammo. And I want to get into camping so I could use some camping gear. Other than that, that's it. Like, I don't even have, the most expensive thing I want is a gun, but you don't have to buy me that. You just get me the accessories that are annoying to buy. But I digress. Cuffing season. Yo. So the season has started. Yes. The season has started. Some of y'all looking for somebody to keep you warm at night and during the day. I was flirting with somebody today. And I asked her if she needed a snuggle buddy. And she played me. Oh. I said, do you need a snuggle buddy for the winter? And she said, laugh out loud, you auditioning? I said, you accepting applications? Don't try me. I got a question for your question, huh? We'll see what she says. And if she's accepting applications, I'm going to turn mine right on in, okay? Shoot. I ain't got no shame.
People try and get their boo baskets because Halloween's approaching.
Not the boo basket. So
little boo for your boo.
Have you ever? What?
I'll be damned.
You ever do you participate in cuffing season? Or have you? You never have?
I think I did. At one point, I want to say, my freshman year. Yeah. Fall started to approach, the leaves were falling off the trees, and all of a sudden I was just like, I'm in a flirty, goofy mood. So I had like talking stages, but then I was like, and also again, my junior year actually, like right in, yeah. And once the weather broke and everything, and summer was approaching, I was like, you know what?
You want a hot girl summer. Where my end button at?
It wasn't a hot girl summer. I was just like, I was like, now I can see clearly. The rain is gone. Like,
I'll be damned. I'll be damned. I'll be damned.
Tell me what.
I didn't do gifts either. We didn't do like gift exchange. So it was a fair like separation.
What was it for? So your freshman year, what was it for? You were flirty. You kept them through the whole season?
Yeah. So yeah, we kept through the whole season.
What was the purpose? You just want... What was the purpose?
I feel as though when I talk to people, because I'm very bubbly, they automatically assume, boom, like you're flirting with me. I know you're flirting with me. But it's like, I'm really just a playful person. And I'm going to be honest with you. But if someone says that they're interested in me, I'm like, huh, okay. And then I'll just look at him and I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And that's usually what happens. So I ended up, yeah.
You still do that? Minus the caveat of asking where they from?
No.
That was quick. Your face when you... Where's my water? Oh, the look on your face. Wait. So what do you? So what's your process now?
Now,
Oh,
now, one, I have to be somewhat attracted to you, like
oh, you was just
physically and
letting
stuff like that.
anybody get a chance.
No,
Oh,
not anybody. I was just like, if I take one contact out, they're a little cute or something. But
wow. Medium ugly guys.
yeah, that was my yeah.
That's
A
a
lot of people
popular
said that
thing.
was my type. A lot of people said that was my type for a long time,
Hmm.
and it was mostly because I like to giggle, I like to cackle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like to have a good laugh, and sometimes I felt that like the like really like attractive like looking dudes, I would have like a conversation with them and be like, yeah, okay. I was like, I feel like I can't like be a goofy goober or something with you. Like
Yeah.
I feel like we gotta always look candid for like some little photo shoot or something. But
They sexy was too much. It felt like they made you feel like you had to be sexy all the time with them and looking good. And
yeah.
too
And then
cool to
also
laugh.
like how you gonna outdress me? Come on now.
And then they be having the most ridiculous laughs too.
Yes, actually. Oh my gosh. Because why was I at a comedy show this past weekend? And this guy sat next to me. He bought a ticket for himself, just by himself, to a comedy show, which is fine. Go ahead, treat yourself. But his cackle, it was like a tee-hee. And I said, this guy, like, why are you tee-heeing? And I'm over here sounding like an old man trying to catch my breath and snorting and everything. You gonna be next to me doing tee-hee?
Not
I
you
was
snorting.
like, that's not care. I snort when I laugh.
Oh, I haven't made you laugh hard enough yet. I need to hear that.
Yeah. And my parents hate it because they're just like, oh my gosh, she needs to change her laugh. And I said, I like it because it adds a little flair, a little pizzazz. Like, you weren't expecting that, were you?
No, they were not expecting you to snort, Urkel.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh. So
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So cuffing season, man. So for me, I've been relationship guy. I'm typically have been in a relationship during cuffing season, so it's never really been a thing. But I do know people who look to get hooked up and booed up during cuffing season. It is hilarious to watch the game from the sidelines on Facebook, on Instagram, seeing people's hands posted in pictures.
The soft launch.
The soft launch, yeah, and then people doing like, you know, someone else is clearly taking a picture of you and you're letting enough of their stuff on their side of the table show so that people know you're not alone. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a kiss on the cheek or a blurred face. They don't do the blurred out face stuff anymore like that. I thought that was real rude and disrespectful. Just take me out. Don't blur me out.
I still see that a lot.
I don't see it a lot anymore. Another key thing that people do, you got to start cutting down on some of the communication. Some of the conversation be different. People be having stuff to do. Yeah, I'm going to such and such. Oh, what you doing there? Mind your business. Dang, mind my business. I gotta mind my business now. When I gotta mind my business, that is a sign. When you tell me to mind my business, you doing one of two things. You trying to see if I feel away, or you afraid of how I'm going to react to what you going to say. And, I mean, I'm not going to really give you a reaction because, I mean, you single. You can do whatever you want to do, but let it be known. Don't be trying to make me think or feel. That's the other thing. You trying to keep a roster. That's the other part of cuffing season. Some people like to have a roster of like 2, 3, 4 of them things and rotate them. I've always been trash at rosters. I can't do it. I am too likable and I really like people. Well, let me back that up. That's a lie. I like women. I love women. I enjoy their company. And it takes a lot of effort and energy, right? But I don't like people. And because I'm likable, people want to be around me all the time and that's draining. And so I limit that. So I don't want to have to entertain 3 or 4 women. Like, I don't want to do that because y'all be wanting stuff and y'all be wanting to do stuff. Now, if I had me a good couch potato chick, whoo-wee. Not none of that. I'm bored. Can we do something? I'm bored. Can we do something? Y'all don't talk like that.
Why is that the voice?
Because that person is annoying. So I did an annoying voice to match the person. And it's like, gosh, you bored, but you don't ever want to spend your money. Jeez, like that don't go together. What would you be doing if I wasn't here? Let's go do that, but with 2 people and you pay. How about that? Oh man, but what would you say some of the ground rules are for cuffing season?
Ugh. I don't know. I retired from that a long time ago.
A long time ago. You just I can't.
I ain't no spring chicken.
Yo, 5 years from now, I cannot wait for the stories you're gonna have. This is gonna just be filled with tea. This podcast.
Yeah, because I mean those were my only 2 times really. But I want to say probably the ground rules is like communication, obviously one, making sure communication is good, and especially well, it's like when I was doing it, it was on college campus, so it's like also trying to make sure like okay, who else is posting you, you know, if this is gonna happen, who else is posting, you know, like am I gonna see you or hang out with you like on campus or anything like that in front of other people, things like that, because you don't want to be part of no roster, and me personally, I never wanted one, because I legit just end up dying out of like conversation with texting.
Yeah.
Like as soon as I'm texting, I'm like, okay. And then you text back, I'm like, okay. Text back. And then you text back again, I'm like, all right. I said, find something to do, please. Sometimes I get a little annoyed. I guess that's just like my tolerance because I just need time to like be by myself, like how you said.
Yeah.
It gets a little bit draining, but I love like watching like my friends when they're doing like their like open season picks and they treating it like the draft.
It is the draft.
Like yeah, it cracks me up when they said number 1 pick and everything. I'm just like okay, and I love singing on like close friends. I'm just like okay. So I always play like the sideline, like yeah, I'm watching. And also, I'm like, okay, I got your back, girl. If I see him post another girl, or if I see him out with another
Fellas,
girl,
pay attention.
You know.
Fellas, pay attention.
Because all eyes and ears everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah. That's the thing.
Next thing you know, you a free agent. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, man. So, couple rules. Excuse me. Whew. There are some rules of cuffing season. Number 1, all bets are off. You know, that is a very dangerous time to lock someone down. And, you know, you have to decide how much of the game you're willing to play. Is the good, cuddly, warm, comforting sex and meals and dates during that cold time where everyone's not really being too sociable because it's cold, is it worth the risk for you? Are you looking for something real? These are conversations you got to have with yourself, maybe with your homegirls and homeboys, because part of cuffing season, ladies and gentlemen, are those monumentous, as we said earlier, family events. You got things. Those of you who really get it in, you got Halloween, so there's the Halloween parties. People have the shindigs, you know, that's kind of like
costumes.
Yeah, y'all matching? Are we like, how far are we taking this? You got the Halloween stuff going on, you know, getting to know each other. Then you start creeping up on Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving should let you know all. Pie. Yeah. That lets you know a lot because, number 1, you got to go to both houses. You got to. If both families are cooking, that means that's 2 trips you gotta make, and then you gotta look at, all right, what's the distance? You know what I'm saying? Do I need to cause a little fight and be like, nah, you do your thing, I do my thing, I'm gonna catch you after, or we'll make up after? Or is it like, nah, we gonna go to your family house, eat, then we gonna go to my family house, maybe eat the dessert and take some plates, you know what I'm saying? And then joke about who family make the best food. Gotta make these travel arrangements, where we staying at, so on and so forth. It's a lot of commitment going on here. Then after Thanksgiving, you are now entering the play. Well, no, Thanksgiving is the playoffs. Now you're getting deeper into the playoffs because now you're coming up on Christmas. And a lot of pressure comes up around these times because this is also proposal season. I've heard women vehemently describe this as the worst time to propose to them. Don't propose to me during no holiday. But every year it never fails. And guess what? Some of y'all that say that still single, and the women who don't give a damn got husbands and kids and family. I digress. So now you're going into Christmas. So that's another thing you got to think about. Whose house are we going to? Normally, if the distance is too far, you can't pull it off like Thanksgiving. You got to dedicate a bit. You know, Thanksgiving is just really about the day. Christmas is about a few days. Typically, you spending a couple nights somewhere. Whose family house we going to go to? Are you ready? Oh, are we going to get our... Oh, are we going to do our own thing?
If families do like cabins or anything like that, or like those like Christmas trips where they go out the country. Well, you ain't doing all that with like someone that you just...
How far are you willing to go? I don't know.
Yeah,
that Thanksgiving food was good enough. People start looking at the family like, okay, hold up. This person came with some extra perks I wasn't thinking about. Their aunties was nice to me. They mama nice. He treat his mama good. You done seen how they interact with their family. You done seen some of these relationships. Hold up now. You still playing the cuffing game. Don't get too caught up.
Because Christmas, it might be a trip. It might be to the cabin. It might be to the lodge. You don't know.
You don't know.
Ski trip. You don't know.
Here's another thing. So again, you have another option. Do I need to cause a fight? Hey, you do Christmas with your family, I do it with my family. We'll talk after. Do you need to break out? Is the pressure too much this time in the season? Or you gonna grab your nuts and say, nah, we gonna do this. Now, the next thing that you do is super critical. The next two things. Number one, if you're going to dedicate to Christmas, what the gift looking like? And you got to be careful with the gift. Think about this. It's number one, are we going to be with my family? Or are we going to be with their family? Or are we just going to do our own thing? We're going to do our own thing. That's the best situation and scenario for people who are unsure, don't want to super duper commit, because y'all can do something small, light, and you can play it off. You know what I'm saying? You can play it off a little bit. Hey, you know, I know we've been doing our thing for the past couple months, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to do too much, you know? I want to rush things, you know? But just spending this time with you. You know, you can rub her feet, rub her back, whatever. Ladies, same thing. Cook one hot meal, or he can cook you a meal, whatever. There's a lot of free, cheap stuff y'all can do when it's intimate like that. But when you go into the family house, well, how that song go? Everybody looking.
Also, are you gonna bring something for the parents?
Ooh.
You don't know.
Ooh.
You don't know.
You got to bring some. You got to at least bring something for mom. And if there's a grandma, you got to bring something for grandma.
Yeah, because I think I gifted something to... I've always gifted something to the moms, just in case. Mm-hmm. But that was also a relationship, not cover season, but relationship. Mm-hmm. But yeah, because you don't know if they're expecting that or if they have something for you.
Ooh, Erica,
depending on the type of people.
Are y'all writing this down? Those of you who say you're gonna be active this season, these are things you need to think about. What type of impression are you trying to make? And again, it goes back to what your goal is. Hey, if this person, I'm just keeping you so you can keep me warm until the season is over, or is this something more serious? What's happening? Because now you got to navigate this quickly, because you don't want to get cut too soon, because it really starts getting cold in January and February, and we're going to get to February in a minute. So,
I forgot about that one.
Exactly. That's the end of the season right there. So if you make it past Christmas, whatever you decide, man, navigate that very well. Gift cards are great. Cards are great, because if it hasn't been that much time, if y'all October, November-ish boo things, and y'all still kind of introducing each other, a special friend, you can do something light because you're not in there yet. You know, hey, I just wanted to get y'all something. I didn't want to come empty-handed. Here's a nice bottle of wine. Here's a gift card. That, I talked to your daughter. She says she likes this. And you can kind of go light on the gifts, but you're still committing some time. You are still committing some money to this. So, yeah, think about that, and you're making an impression, all right? You make it past that, now you got New Year's. New Year's...
It's a party.
New Year's is a party, but New Year's is also going to determine for a lot of times whether or not you're going to make it to the finals, which is in the new year. So it's typically a party, the ball drops, kisses, lots of pictures, lots of photos. That's when Christmas, I think a lot of pressure is on at Christmas too, because people are looking for the pictures and the photos of the family and the holiday and who they with. But New Year's low key, new year, new me, resolutions. I'm going into the new year. Like, everyone's divesting themselves of the bullshit or trying to. So if you make it at night, you got to navigate that quickly. Because if you posted me on New Year's, that means, we in this thing. We in there. Mm-hmm. You leaving the BS behind, but you including me, which means you carrying me forward with you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be careful once again how we doing New Year's. We going to probably not a family thing. Ooh.
No, it's more friends based.
What if they want you to go to church with them?
Oh, you. Don't be scared.
What if they want you to go to church with them?
I don't know about that.
I can't help you with that one either.
Yeah.
Hold up. Lord forgive me.
I'll be damned.
Hold up. Here, Will. What did it do? Here, Will.
You're on your own with that one.
You're on your own. That one is that's make it or break it. If you don't go to church, you're a heathen, and you're telling them all you need to know. But now, let's say you make it past New Year's, whatever you decide. I personally would recommend, if you're still unsure, if you made it, if you've been smart enough and crafty enough to make it past Thanksgiving and then make it past Christmas, try to find an openly social event that you can do for New Year's. Because you can also play New Year's off. Like, you can take you can post a bunch of pictures with a bunch of people on New Year's. You know what I'm saying? And you can fake some stuff too. This is trash, but I'm going to tell you, oh, you didn't post that picture of us. You posted everybody else. Yeah, babe, it came out blurry. Like, you couldn't see nothing. The autocorrect didn't work. You know what I'm saying? This is not just women. This is unisex advice, okay? Just in case you don't want to post them. You know what I'm saying? But if you make it into the new year, your ass got to make a decision before Valentine's Day. You got to make a decision before Valentine's Day. I tell ladies, and I say this all the time up front, I don't celebrate Valentine's Day because I believe if I love you, I'm going to show you on a consistent basis. I don't believe in buying all this pink and red BS. I'm going to let you know that now. Do not expect anything super special or extravagant. I will tell that women 24/7, 365. I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. I don't. You might get something small for me, but do not. If you are big on Valentine's, you want this big, extravagant, blah, 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 blah. No. Maybe when you become fiance or wife, you'll start getting flowers or something, because I got to keep up. I got to make sure, even though outside opinions can kiss my ass, at your job, I need you to have a certain level of respectability. So when people talk about you, they put respect on your name. So I understand I got to play those games, but I don't do that bullshit. But anyway, y'all know Christmas and Valentine's are when the women want to show their ass off. And I don't use this word often, but damn it, I'm going to use it. Bitch, I got more than you. That is what Valentine's is all about.
I'll be damned.
That's what it's all about. They want to post all the flowers, teddy bears, chocolates, 1,000 rose petals, the bouquet of money, all of that. So, I've never heard, how do you think, what's your frame of mind for Valentine's Day from a woman's perspective? Because I just gave one frame of mind.
So for Valentine's, I don't think I've gone like super like big on anything. But I definitely did have like a basket for them. Basically, just like a little like basket with like chocolates, a card, something that they wanted for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So I used Valentine's Day as like a reason to get it for them. And I think like a little bear, almost like kind of like the equivalent of like a Halloween like basket that you would do for someone.
Mm-hmm.
So I do something like small like that, but I'm not ever expecting like a whole bunch because also my dad gets me a Valentine's Day gift every year too. So that's why I'm like, okay, because I mean, my dad gets me a Valentine's Day gift every year. So I'm not hurting for nothing if you give me chocolates and a card. Thank you. That's pretty much all I like would want. Or
Mm-hmm.
like a teddy bear. That's pretty much all I would want. Or like just a little handwritten letter or something. But you don't have to go and get me like a car. You don't have to give me money rolled up in a bouquet. Yeah.
Yeah, fellas, single fellas, y'all hear this?
Something simple and small for appreciation. But that's
Mm.
pretty much it.
So you're one of the rare gems out there. So
Because my parents don't celebrate it like that either.
mm-hmm.
They're like, if we love each other every day, we don't need to have a day to try to overdo it or anything because usually that would be your anniversary.
that part, that part. So there's that. So that's the scary thing about Valentine's. You might have, depending on how well you got to know her or know him, you may not have to do anything big.
Or
And
just like cook something or get like a little
whoa,
cake.
buddy, whoa.
Like cook together is what
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
saying.
that's intimate.
If
Hold on.
if that's like I'm saying like if it's Valentine's Day, like you guys could cook together instead of like doing anything else for
Ooh,
each other. Like oh let's
that's
cook.
deep and caring and quality time. Oof. Now, if you want to commit,
That's if you're
I think,
really a shoo-in for it.
yeah, I think that's a really, for
That's the
me
step.
personally, I think that's one of the bigger steps. That's
Yeah.
intimate, and y'all can plan it just the way you want. And then there's nothing like some acts of service are dope.
Yeah.
Like everyone to an extent loves acts of service. Even though I'm very independent and I do most of the stuff for myself, when I'm in a relationship, it is dope to come home to a home cooked meal. Even though it's something I was doing before you got in my life, I'm going to be doing after you got in my life. I'm very well capable of doing it. Just that mental relief of not having to do it, just seeing you in the kitchen smiling, come taste this. Ooh, it's salty as hell. Add some water to it to cut the salt, like whatever. You bring up some good points, man. I hope y'all taking notes. But Valentine's Day, that's the finals, y'all.
Yeah.
So that is, and I'm gonna tell you, be smart and do the right thing. If you know you don't want to commit to Valentine's, you don't want to commit to this person, you know, you think you can rough it out the rest of the season on your own, you need to leave them alone. This is grimy, but I gotta tell y'all, you gotta leave them alone in enough time to where if they need to get someone else on their roster or rebound for Valentine's Day and still have a good Valentine's Day without you because you left or whatever, you decide you want to be on this team no more, do it that way. Give them a solid, like I'd say by like January 20th, something like that. Like that no further than January 25th. Cut it off. You know why?
Because you already knew.
That's one.
You already knew.
But two, hot girl summer is gonna come. Typically, hot girl summer and hot boy summer is when maybe you can come back around.
Memorial Day weekend.
Right. They still a little salty, but you did not ruin Valentine's Day because you gave them enough time to go pick the roster or find a backup or whatnot. Now, if you do it like a week before, 2 days before, they're not going to forget that, and that is going to sting very badly. You do not want to be associated with a significant holiday in any type of breakup. Unfortunately, that happened for me. You don't want to be associated with that because whenever that holiday or that occasion comes up and you pop up, hey, big head, that's what they're going to remember. So, to me, that's just my personal advice. Let it go then. Try to get the summer hookup and, hey, maybe next season, But that's my cuffing season advice.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, do what you want. But hey, don't say no one didn't try to warn you. Okay?
Yes. We're here to promote positivity and help y'all navigate this. Erica gave y'all some gems. She gave y'all some stuff I ain't even think about. I actually feel dumb that I've gone all these years and haven't thought about that. But I myself, even though I'm not really dating, I'm not even going to say not really dating. I'm not dating, but I do want to snuggle up and cuddle up. I do. I miss the company of a good woman, Some good kisses, some laughs, some jokes, a couple dates. I don't know if I'm going to get off the bench, though. I have not fully decided yet. I don't know, but we'll see. Because I kind of like being a free spirit right now, and I got some moves to make. And living with my mom, I'm a bit more restricted than I normally would be. Because she kind of based her travel on me because I do all the driving. She can drive. She's fully capable of driving. But I just do it to kind of take the load off of her. She's like, where are we going? That type of deal. So I could do it, but I'm just trying to be cognizant of that. And because of my job, I don't have that much leave yet. So that's a whole nother thing. But proximity is important too. But, she's close. Yeah. We'll talk off air. But yeah. That's all I got for cuffing season, man. Y'all be safe out there. Please get tested. Make sure your partner gets tested. Please
stay truthful.
Erica said that.
On things like that, yes.
Yes. Be
honest.
Be transparent.
Yes.
And don't be afraid to ask the questions. Sometimes you might ask a question that'll get you cut, or you might ask a question that's going to force you to cut them. But just be careful during cuffing season. Y'all have fun. I look forward to seeing the tomfoolery on the internet. I'm not going to lie.
Hello.
I'm going to enjoy watching it. And I hope to see some of y'all in the finals. I hope to see some holiday proposals. And I hope to see more success than failures. All right, that's just genuine from the heart. You got anything else on cuffing season?
If they shenan once, they're gonna shenan again. So just keep your P's and Q's on that one.
God. Brothers, here's your message. And just wow, if they shenan once, they're gonna shenan again. Hey, yo. Just when I thought you couldn't get cornier, yo. Really?
I saw that one and I said, ooh, they so right. I wrote that one down. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Brothers. My black brothers, my strong brothers, my dapper debonair brothers, kings. It's cuffing season, man. And this is all I have to say. I want you to think about this. There's a lot of satire and jokes in this episode. But the truth and fact of the matter is, there's imbalance in the black community and the relationship between black men and black women. I will say that. Right? So make wise decisions during cuffing season. You can go through the season without playing people and hurting feelings and breaking hearts. You really can. You're probably not going to get everything that you want how you want it by doing it that way, but I think it is the right thing to do, and I think that is what you should do. We should not perpetuate the cycle of lies, deceit, and heartbreak, and us being broken and our women being broken. So if you're going to play this season, show some good sportsmanship, okay?
Hey.
Sportsmanship. And that's all we got for y'all. I'd be remiss if we didn't say this. We are aware that there's a war going on overseas right now. I didn't do any research on it. I am ignorant to the facts, so I dare not get on here and speak. I seen protests in New York between two different people of two different nations. Didn't do any research. I dare not speak on it for fear of being, well, not for fear, because I know I don't have all the facts, but I know that I'll be praying for everyone involved, and we just want peace. And yeah, that's all I got on that. Erica, you got anything else before we get up out of the show?
No, that's all I got too.
All right, I've queued up the music, y'all. It's cuffing season. Be careful, be safe. For the right price, if you need me to show up at Thanksgiving, if you need me to show up at Christmas, FME. Wait, what's our email address? Dang. Email me, Rob at fmepodcast.com. I'll give you some pricing information. Yeah, FME_podcast on Instagram, man. Thank y'all for the continued love and support on the show. We definitely appreciate it. Erica, I love you and appreciate you. These are great conversations. These are great conversations. I have tears in my eyes from just laughter because you just bring those missing elements to help the show be more complete. So I appreciate you and thank you for that. So y'all, until next time, take care of yourselves physically, mentally, and financially. We'll catch y'all. Peace.